Now we are doing DC Comics. Batman stories. The first part of the Batman and Batman related characters. Because there is a few Nightwing and Robin stuff in here. The first part of the Batman stuff is 1983 to 1983 to 1995. Starting off with Batman Year One Collection. This has all of the 4 issues of Batman. Of the 4 Batman issues, I don't know what they are, because I don't think they save the issue numbers in here. Unless it's like some part in like the back, they don't say the issue numbers that are here for this one. But this is all 4 issues. Then Batman, I think General or something, I don't know how to say that. General, I think that's General. Devil's Riddle and Devil's Massacre, which both came out in 84. That was 83. These are 84. And then 88. I believe. And then we get Batman, the DC Archives. DC Archives editions, Batman Archives Volume 1, which gives you, well, of course, Detective Comics number 27, but anyway, it's foreword by Rick Mush. It's basically like a little poem thing talking about how Batman was made, is the first part. That's not the story. And then so it's like the poem thing in that Batman family thing. It's only on 1 page. But the stories are the case of the criminal syndicate from Detective Comics number 27. Frenchie Blake's Jewelry Gang from Detective Comics number 28. The Bat Family meets Dr. Death from Detective Comics number 29. All of them are Detective Comics. I'm just going to say what number they are, though, since, well, Detective Comics had multiple stories at one point. Then there's Return of Dr. Death from number 30. Batman vs. the Vampire Part 1 from number 31. Batman vs. the Vampire Part 2 from number 32. The Batman Wars against the Digital of Doom. Something like that. I'm tired right now. And from number 33. Pearl in Paris from number 34. The Case of the Ruby Idol from 35. Professor Hugo Strange from 36. The Spies from 37. Introducing Robin, the Boy Wonder from 38. The Horror of the Green Dragon from 39. Beware of Clayface from 40. A Master Murder from 41. The Case of the Picture from 42. The Case of the City of Terror from 43. The Land Behind the Light from 44. The Case of the Laughing Death from 45. Professor Strange's Fear Dust from 46. Money Can't Buy Happiness from 47. The Secret Cabin from 48. Clayface Walks Again from 49. I have to say, the Professor Strange one and the Clayface ones have to be like the longest sequel story in this book here. And then the last one is The Case of the Three Devils, number 50. Clayface Walks Again was 49. And then biographies. That's it for this. Literally, that's it. Boom. So, yeah, a couple, it actually is a good book to pick up. Then Robin, Volume 1, Number 1, 1 of 5. Tim Drake Robin, as you can tell. And then, okay, I have a problem with this, but then we go into the Underworld Unleashed stuff. And if you go onto the DC Wiki, it says it has all the comics related to the event. But anyway, we start off with number 1. But it doesn't, because it don't have this Green Arrow comic. And I don't know if this is the only one not related to the event, but this is Green Arrow this is Underworld Unleashed number 1. This is Green Arrow number 102 with, I believe, Connor Hawk Green Arrow. And then we have one of the specials in this series. In the Underworld Unleashed series, we have one of the specials, which is Batman Devil's Asylum. Then we get, only reason I have this Green Arrow one here is because it's like the only other one I have in this series, and I had it in order here. So yeah, and I think I have it in order, but I'm not really sure if this came before this or if this came before that. But anyways, then there's this, and then we go into Nightwing for a little bit. There's 2 other Green Arrow ones here, but that's just because they're like in the same series or have a Batman character. This is because it's in the same series as this. But then we get Nightwing Volume 1, Number 2, Part 2 of 4, and Number 3. So, yeah. Now we are doing DC Comics. Okay, this is Part 8, but this will be Part 2 of the just main Batman stuff I have here. And Green Arrow, somewhat Green Arrow stuff. But yeah. The reason why they add the Batman family stuff and the Batman / Superman one, the Superman / Batman, whichever way it went, was because I'm using them as like a tiebreaker from Superman to go on to Batman. But we're not starting with Batman, we're starting off with Green Arrow Volume 3, Number 33, because, well, the villain is Riddler. Then this also, I forgot to say, this is 2004 to 2015, these comics are. Then we get Joker's Asylum number 1, The Joker, Batman, Gotham After Midnight number 7, Batman Arkham Unhinged Volume 1, which comes with number 1 to number 5. Then, Batman Catwoman 9 Lives, a comic chapter book, and another comic chapter book, Batman Prisoner of the Penguin. Then we get Batman Arkham Origins Collection here. And that's the end of this one. So yeah. Bye. So we have our last Green Arrow one, which is Green Arrow Rebirth number 1, also known as, I think, Volume 6 number 1. Yeah. So this is Green Arrow Volume 6 number 1. The last Green Arrow story that I got. So we have The Rest is Batman, 2015 to 2009. The Rest is Batman, 2015 to 2009. With Batman Rebirth number 1, which is actually Batman Rebirth number 1 of this series. It's like part of Volume 3, I believe. Yeah, part of Volume 3 it is. Then we have 0 Year, Red Hood and the Outlaws. This is Red Hood and the Outlaws number 25, but it's part of the 0 Year event. Batman Nightwalker and The Batman Who Laughs, Volume 2. Volume 1 is just his first story that he's been in, but I don't have that one. I have this one, though. So, yeah, this is the whole collection of Volume 2, and I don't remember how much is in here. What's the whole Volume 2 here? So, yeah. The Rest is Batman, true. Now we have my last Batman stuff. This is 2020 to 2025. Starting with Batman Last Night on Earth collection. I lost a sleeve to it, actually. But this is part 1 number 1 to number 3 in here. The whole series. Then we have, I gotta take this out of the thing I have it in so I can show you it and tell you what stories are in here. Batman Arkham Victor Zsasz. This has, I'm going to tell you the stories and which one they came from. The last, if there are multiple parts, then I'll just say the parts and then which ones they came from. The Last Arkham Part 1, Part 2, and Part 1, the last Arkham Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4, which came from Batman Shadows of the Bat, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Then there is, the first cut is The Deepest, The Secret Origins of Mr. Zsasz from Batman Chronicles number 3, which also had, I believe, stories for Riddler and Killer Croc in that issue, but since this is just a Victor story, it isn't. And those ones aren't in here, but that's why if you buy this, those two are also on the cover with him. Is it real?
Since sometimes the collections show the covers of the book that they came from, most of the times they do at least.
Not that much of a long story, it's short kinda by itself because it's meant to have 2 other stories with it, like Killer Croc and the Riddler one. Next is Scars from Batman Batgirl number 1. Then there's Victims Part 1 and Part 2 from Detective Comics number 815 and 816. Then there's The Heroes from Batman Streets of Gotham number 10. Final Cut from Batman Streets of Gotham number 11, a cut above from Detective Comics number 18, and Draining, which was unpublished, but it was supposed to be released in 2000. And they just put it in this book. So, yeah, that's all for the Victor Zsasz story book. And I read it actually, and almost all the stories are good or okay. None are really bad to me. And I got this because, well, I kind of thought it was related to the Arkham games, not going to lie to you people. But I still liked it, even though it wasn't related to the Arkham games. Then we have Nightwing, I believe, Volume 3, number 76. And then we have a Batman the Night, the store, part 1 of 10. Then we have Arkham Asylum. Then we have Batman Hush Complete Edition, all stories. So yeah.
Also
and Batman The Court of Owls, the Saga Complete Edition, all stories. Then we have Boy Wonder Book 1 with this normal variant and the textless cover variant. This isn't the textless variant. The textless variant is just this with no text. But this is a variant of that textless variant. Then we have Batman number 146. Poison Ivy number 22. And then Batman Hush number 2 with some of its.
Also, Batman Hush number 2, that first one is number 1 of the series, and it's part of the All-In series, All-In event, but it's Batman Volume 3, number 100, Batman Volume 3, number 158. I forgot to mention that in the actual video here. Oh, yeah. Why don't you... Okay, thank you.
Variants. I have to say, though, my favorite this is one of my favorites. This is another one of my favorites right here. And so is that. Along with this next one I'm going. And this one is also one of my favorites. But yeah, that's all of the comics I have. And comic book related stuff. Viral books.